Unit 3. Time for a change. Page 16. Exercise 2. Perspectives. Which would you prefer? Part A. Listen to these opinions about houses and apartments.
Apartments are too small for pets. Apartments aren't big enough for families. Apartments don't have as many rooms as houses. Apartments have just as many expenses as houses. Apartments don't have enough parking spaces.
Houses cost too much money. Houses aren't as safe as apartments. Houses aren't as convenient as apartments. Houses don't have enough closet space. Houses don't have as much privacy as apartments.
Okay, do you have a difficult word here? Okay, so as you see now, this is a kind of comparison between apartments and houses, okay? In a relation of the furniture or the number of rooms or space for having pets or even the parking spaces, parking garages, parking spaces that we have. This part, as you see, which one do you support? Which one do you like? Which point do you think that it is true?
Apartments don't have as many rooms as houses, doctor.
Okay,
Apartments aren't big enough for families.
okay, thank you. Another one?
Apartments don't have enough parking spaces.
Okay, thank you. That's it? Okay. Nabil, houses aren't as convenient as apartments. Do you think this is true? Aren't convenient like apartments? Aren't suitable and comfortable like apartments, houses?
No, doctor.
Okay. Your houses don't have enough closet space. Houses don't have closet space. Closet space like this one.
No.
This is an empty space with a door like this. It is just a small room where you can just put the things that you don't want anymore. Okay? Do you think that houses don't have enough closet space like apartments?
No.
Okay. Houses don't have as much privacy as apartments. They aren't
No.
private.
No.
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 Okay.
It
Your
have.
houses cost too much money. You agree?
Yes.
Yes.
Okay. So we have apartments have just as many expenses as houses. You agree?
No, doctor.
Why?
Because the houses are more expensive than the apartments.
Okay, but doesn't it mean that we have bills for electricity, for water, for gas,
expenses.
for 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 the phones, okay?
Yes, yes.
But it may not expensive, يعني like houses.
Yes.
Okay, they may not be very
Because it's wide, yeah, doctor, wider than the houses, the apartments, so that it's more expensive from the bills.
okay. يعني الhouses are more expensive than the apartments. But I tell you something, we have apartments that are maybe they are wider than the house. يعني sometimes we have an apartment that is the double, okay?
Duplex.
We call it complex. And
Yes.
then it is the area is maybe over the 250 meters each level. Yeah, and it make it 500 meters. This is maybe is gonna be bigger than the house itself. Okay. So it has
Yes.
as much expensive, sorry, as many expenses as the house. Sometimes, yeah. طيب, okay, that's nice. Yeah, we know that this is the kind of we make comparison between nouns using adjectives. I think we studied this part of the grammar before when we make comparisons with the adjectives using bigger, smaller, hotter, colder, and so on. Now we're going to have some of the evaluations and comparisons. Evaluation, and it means to estimate something, and you know the value of something, or know the conditions and circumstances of something, okay? And then make a comparison, okay?
Okay.
Page 17. Exercise 3. Grammar focus. Evaluations and comparisons. Evaluations with adjectives.
Apartments aren't big enough for families.
Apartments are too small for pets.
Evaluations with nouns.
Apartments don't have enough parking spaces.
Houses cost too much money.
Comparisons with adjectives.
Houses aren't as convenient as apartments.
Houses are just as convenient as apartments.
Comparisons with nouns.
Apartments have just as many rooms as houses.
Apartments don't have as much privacy as houses.
Okay, this kind of evaluations and the comparisons now is gonna have some be different from the previous lesson which we talked before about comparisons. In this case, we use how to compare between two things, either using adjectives or using nouns. If we use adjectives, we can have something like this. We all apartments aren't big enough. Where is the adjective here? It is big. And then we have the word enough. And it means that apartments we can say that they are big, but they are not suitable for the families. Okay? Apartments are too small for pets. Where is the adjective here? It is small. So we use the quantifier to show that it is more than needed or more than beard. Okay? If apartments are too small, not only small, but too small in the case that if you want to have a little cat, you can't keep it at home. So we use a quantifier to before the adjective. We use this enough as an adverbial word with the adjective big. When we use enough here, we use the adjective before enough. Adjective and enough. When we use to, it is equal to the word very, completely, quietly, pretty, and so on, plus the adjective. If we wanted to make an evaluation or comparison with the nouns, so in this case, we'll just use the noun that is needed. Look at this one. Apartments don't have enough parking spaces. Okay? Here we are going to use again the word enough, but we don't use any adjective. We use a noun. In this case, we mention enough first and then the noun. Here we use adjective enough. Here we use enough and noun. What is the noun? Parking space. Okay? Big enough, wide enough, happy enough, sad enough, little enough, clever enough, expensive enough. Okay? But when we use enough, when we compare to the number of the nouns, so we use enough and the noun. Enough cars, enough officers, enough policemen, enough doctors, enough teachers. Okay? Adjective and enough, and then enough and the noun. Here we use two and the word two, and then we have an adjective. Again, it is the same idea. بيقول houses cost too much money. Okay? يبقى too much money. يبقى money here it is a noun. طبعا this is very easy one. The difference here is we using, when we compare the adjectives together, we compare as and as. As and as, يعني it means equally. They are equal. If I wanted to say that they are equal, I compare between houses and apartments, and they are equal. So what will we say? Houses are, and I use it in the positive form. Houses are as safe as apartments, for example. If I wanted to say that they are not equal, I put the sentence in the negative. Houses aren't as convenient as apartments. They are not equal. If they are equal, houses are just as convenient as apartments. I use it in the positive. In this case, we use as, and then the adjective in the middle without any change in the spelling or the form of the adjective. Okay? Yani we don't say more convenient. Okay? We don't say as more convenient as apartments, as the most convenient as apartments. We don't say that. We just use as and then an adjective, the same spelling, the simple form of the adjective without adding anything, er or est or whatever. We don't add anything, and then the article as. When I wanted to say that in both things that I compare are equal to each other, I put the sentence in the positive. Houses are as convenient as apartments. And the word just here, it means exact. Okay? Houses are just as convenient as apartments. If they are not equal, put the sentence in the negative. Houses aren't as convenient as apartments. Okay? Right. And then, let me compare between using nouns. So I'm going to use again as and as with the noun itself. Apartments have just as many rooms as houses. Apartments don't have as much privacy as houses, as the same again. If they are equal in the number of the rooms, we use the sentence in the positive. If they are not equal, so we use the sentence in the negative form. Okay? This is how we evaluate or we compare between things using as and as. When we use as and as, the form of the adjective itself doesn't change. If they are equal, we use the sentence in the positive. If the two things that I compare are not equal, I use the sentence in the negative. Okay? When I wanted to use the word enough, we have two ways. If I use an adjective, I mention an adjective first and then enough, like big enough. If I use a noun, I use enough and then the noun. Okay? Let's try to answer the exercise coming in order to know how we did it. The exercise is a kind of an ad between two rooms, about two rooms. This one is a spacious, modern house. 3 bedrooms, 1 bathroom, very private, located in quiet suburb, 2-car garage, $950 per month. This is the money we pay per month. Okay? The second one, it is small, older apartment, 2 bedrooms, 1 bathroom, located downtown, convenient to the subway, 1 parking space, and $500 per month. Okay? This one is spacious, modern. This one, it is a small and older apartment. This is a house, and this is an apartment. Here we have 3 bedrooms. Here we have 2 bedrooms. 1 bathroom, 1 bathroom. It is private, located in quiet suburb. Suburb, and it means away from the city. But this one, it is convenient to the subway. And we have service here. And it is located downtown, in the center of the city. This is away, out of the city, like this is the center of the city. We have 2-car garages. We have 1 parking space, just one for 1 car. Here it is $950 per month and $500 per month. As you see, they are not equal. Okay, so let's see بيقول هنا there are only few windows. I wanted to say not enough. So how am I gonna say that? هقول there are only a few windows not enough ولا they are not enough only a few windows ولا what I'm going to change the sentence as a whole? What do you think that I'm going to do? Not here يعني it means that the sentence is the negative. يبقى I can say there aren't. We have in a few windows. We cancel only and the few. And we can say there aren't enough windows. Or we say there aren't windows enough. Which one is correct? Do we
There
say,
aren't
Enough windows.
enough windows.
okay, there aren't enough windows. So can you tell me the answer of number 2? You can write on the chat box if you want. I wanted to use 2. We have, it is not bright enough. I wanted to use 2 instead of enough. How can I use it?
It is too dark.
It's not too
It's-
bright.
لا it's too dark.
It is too dark, تمام. So the sentence is in the positive. It's too dark, okay. Number 3, it has only one bathroom, not enough.
It hasn't enough bathroom.
It hasn't برضو.
It doesn't has. It
It-
doesn't
It doesn't. Okay.
It doesn't has enough
enough
bathroom.
room.
Doesn't
enough
have
bathroom.
enough bathroom ولا bathrooms.
Bathroom.
bathroom يا دكتور.
Put it in the plural form. It doesn't have enough bathrooms. Since it has only one bathroom, يبقى it doesn't have enough bathrooms. Okay, number 4, it is not convenient enough.
It's too inconvenient.
Inconvenience.
It's too inconvenient. Okay, it's too inconvenient. ماشي. Number 5, it is not spacious enough.
Too narrow. It's too it's
No,
too
it's
narrow.
too narrow. It's
Okay,
too narrow.
it's
Too narrow.
Okay, next one, it's too old, not enough.
It's not not
It isn't
new.
not modern
it
modern
isn't
enough. It's not
it isn't
it's
ماشي اتفضلي قولي.
it isn't
Modern enough.
It isn't modern enough. Okay.
أو new يا دكتور.
It isn't new enough. Okay. But it would rather say modern. Okay.
Okay.
All right. Next one. It's too old. Okay. It isn't safe enough.
It's too
Too
dangerous.
dangerous.
It's too
Too
dangerous.
dangerous.
Okay. It's too dangerous. Okay. Yalla, next one.
See.
There is only one parking space.
There is not enough parking space.
Parking
There
spaces.
There isn't
isn't.
enough parking space. Okay. There isn't enough parking space.
بتدينا فرصة
ولا
كنت
there
تحليها.
aren't. Put it in the plural. There aren't enough parking spaces.
The spaces. Okay.
Okay. يبقى there aren't enough parking spaces. Okay. Thank you. Right. Then we will write comparisons of the house and apartment using these words. We wanted to compare between the house and the apartment using these words. We have noisy, big, bedrooms, expensive, bathrooms, modern, space, convenient, private, and parking spaces. Okay? We're going to start with the house first. هنا بيقول the house isn't as noisy as the apartment. The apartment doesn't have as many rooms as the house. Okay? يلا, let's we have noisy and bedrooms. You are going to use different sentences using the rest of the words to compare between the house and the apartment. Okay? يلا, I give you 4 minutes to write the sentences and we come back. احنا we compare between الhouse and the apartments and they use these words زي ما عمل في الإكزامبل كده. اوكي حد مش فاهم بنعمل ايه؟ طب تمام يلا.
تمام يا دكتور.
Would you please start writing on the chat box? Hello.
Yes, doctor.
Okay, start writing on the chat box. You finish ولا ايه؟ Not yet.
Not yet, doctor.
Not yet.
The apartment doesn't have as Spacious. We have the word space, not spacious. As much spacious as house.
سوري يا دكتور معلش قرأتها غلط يمكن.
The apartment doesn't have as many bathrooms as the house. Okay, this is right. The apartment doesn't have as many bathrooms as the house. Okay, يلا let's go to the word space.
هتبقى سبيس بس صح؟
The apartment doesn't have as many spaces on as the house.
As many spaces as the house. It can be like this. Okay, ماشي.
or
Doesn't
has
have
space.
as many. Huh?
The apartment doesn't have as space as the house. يعني direct
No.
ولا لازم استخدم many؟
عشان when to put it in the plural form عشان we have spaces.
Yes.
Okay.
Okay.
أو ممكن
Or we can
لو قلنا space نقول space enough.
space enough ولا enough space?
Enough space.
Okay.
Enough.
يبقى so we put it in the comparison بقى. Put it in the comparison يبقى we can say that the apartment doesn't have
enough space as the house.
Enough space as the house.
As enough space as the house. Okay. That's good. And then we have private.
Apartment doesn't have as much privacy as houses.
We have the word private. Use private.
Private.
But the apartment
house isn't as private as
the apartment. That's right. Yeah, but the apartment isn't as private as the apartment. Okay. Big.
Doctor, can I ask you something?
I'm listening.
اوكي دكتور، هو ممكن يكون foolish question معلش، بس انا متلخبطه شويه. هو مش يا دكتور احنا مثلا بنقول apartment doesn't have ما ينفعش نقول doesn't has.
No, we said doesn't have.
has في المفرد يا دكتور.
Doesn't have. Doesn't have.
have.
Yeah.
ينفع نقول doesn't has.
No.
No. يا دكتور.
Big. The apartment isn't as big as the house. Okay. And then this answer, the apartment isn't as big as the house. صح كده? Okay. This is one answer. Okay. That's right. يلا expensive. Write it down.
Apartments aren't expensive as expensive as the house.
Okay. Apartments. Okay. The apartments aren't as expensive as houses. Okay. Modern.
House isn't modern as the apartment.
It can be modern. And the apartment can be modern too. So we can say they are equal to each other.
ممكن نقول يا دكتور the house is modern as the apartment.
Just
as.
Oh yeah, okay. Ahmed, tell me what's just?
The house is just as modern as apartment.
Okay, so the house or the apartment is just as modern as apartment. Okay.
Yes.
Or we can cancel just. We say the apartment is as modern as the house. Okay. Yes. Convenient.
The house is convenient as the house is as convenient as the apartment.
Okay. هنا قالت the house is as convenient as apartment. Okay. يلا parking spaces.
Houses don't have
The
spaces.
apartment
The house
the apartment the apartment doesn't have as many parking spaces as the house.
Very good. Okay. The apartment doesn't have as many parking spaces as the apartment. Okay. That's good. طيب. كده احنا just we made the comparison between the house and the apartment. Okay. Now we go to the another kind of rooms or a house. It is a small one. تعالى, let's listen to this. Okay. And you are going to check the words that you listen describing this kind of room or this kind of hotel. Okay.
Page 8. Page 18. Exercise 5. Listening. Capsule hotels. Part A. Listen to Brad describe a capsule hotel. Check the words that best describe it.
Welcome to the program, Your Home is My Home. Our guest tonight is Brad Phillips from California. Brad, tell us a little bit about yourself. What do you do?
Well, at the moment, I'm working as an English teacher in Tokyo, Japan. Tokyo is an exciting city, but it's also very spread out. It can sometimes take hours to go from one part of the city to another. When I don't feel like going all the way home, I sometimes stay in a capsule hotel.
A capsule hotel? Can you explain what that is?
Yeah, it's a hotel with lots of small rooms. Actually, they're not really rooms. They're spaces that are 2 meters by 1 meter and only a meter high. In other words, they're very cramped. But the hotel is cheap and very convenient.
And what's inside each little room, or should I say each space?
Well, inside every capsule there's a bed, a TV, a reading light, a radio, and an alarm clock. The hotel also has lockers where you can keep your personal belongings.
That's great. And what kind of people stay in a capsule hotel?
Well, probably people like me. People who miss the last train home or don't want to go all the way home only to turn around and come back to work again. So it gets pretty busy, as you can imagine.
Finally, would you recommend a capsule hotel to other people?
Sure. The rooms are small, but you get used to sleeping in a small space. I just wouldn't recommend a capsule hotel to people who can't relax in small, cramped spaces.
Page 18. Exercise 5.
Okay. What are the adjectives that we use to describe it?
Convenient.
Okay.
Cramped.
Cramped.
What is
Okay.
the meaning of cramped, doctor? Cramped?
You search for that. Look,
Very narrow.
مش احنا we searched for these words and you wrote them down.
الانترنت قط عندي يا دكتور معلش.
انتوا معلش.
Very narrow.
اوكي ثانكس. معلش يا دكتور الانترنت قطع عندي معرفتش اطلع.
So يبقى we have convenient and cramped. Okay. Let's go to the next one. What will we do? We will listen again. In addition to a bed, what else does the hotel provide? Write 4 things. Write the things that you have in the room. Okay.
Part B. Listen again. In addition to a bed, what else does the hotel provide? Write 4 things.
Welcome to the program, Your Home is My Home. Our guest tonight is Brad Phillips from California. Brad, tell us a little bit about yourself. What do you do?
Well, at the moment, I'm working as an English teacher in Tokyo, Japan. Tokyo is an exciting city, but it's also very spread out. It can sometimes take hours to go from one part of the city to another. When I don't feel like going all the way home, I sometimes stay in a capsule hotel.
A capsule hotel? Can you explain what that is?
Yeah, it's a hotel with lots of small rooms. Actually, they're not really rooms. They're spaces that are 2 meters by 1 meter and only a meter high. In other words, they're very cramped. But the hotel is cheap and very convenient.
And what's inside each little room, or should I say each space?
Well, inside every capsule, there's a bed, a TV, a reading light, a radio, and an alarm clock. The hotel also has lockers where you can keep your personal belongings.
That's great. And what kind of people stay in a capsule hotel?
Well, probably people like me. People who miss the last train home or don't want to go all the way home only to turn around and come back to work again. So it gets pretty busy, as you can imagine.
Finally, would you recommend a capsule hotel to other people?
Sure. The rooms are small, but you get used to sleeping in a small space. I just wouldn't recommend a capsule hotel to people who can't relax in small, cramped spaces.
Okay, what else in the room?
Radio,
Light,
alarm,
TV, radio,
TV,
Radio,
light,
TV, alarm,
bed,
alarm clock,
radio, TV,
bed.
bedroom light.
Okay. Reading light?
Yes, reading light.
Hmm?
TV, radio, alarm,
Radio.
Alarm clock.
radio.
radio.
Okay, so we have TV, right? And
Yes.
we
Yes.
have
Yes.
reading light, a radio, alarm clock, and lockers. Okay. Jamil, that's nice. Okay, we're going to have a break for 5 minutes and then we come back using this grammar part. انا هعمل ستوب للشير بس ل 5 minutes لكن انا مش هفصل. اوكي
اوكي دكتور.
5 minutes break. يلا.
ارمي في الزبالة.
Okay. Now we're going. Hello. يلا you come back ولا إيه؟
Yes.
Yes يا دكتور.
Okay, nice. Now we are going to talk about the common wishes that we may have. Your common wishes people have about their lives, okay? So what do we wish to have about their lives? Okay, number one, we have add more hours to the day. Is it possible to add hours to the day?
No.
No.
Impossible.
Okay,
That is impossible.
of course, that's impossible. Okay. Change my appearance. Is it possible to change the appearance?
Yes, of course, doctor.
Yes.
Nowadays, yes.
Not impossible.
But to some extent. Yeah, and it means that if you lose weight, if you have more pounds, you can lose weight. If you are more thin, so you can gain weight. But if you are short, can you gain some more centimeters?
Yes, يا دكتور بالهيلز.
How?
With heels يا دكتور.
No, I'm not talking about heels. But if he is a man, he's going to wear heels?
No.
Right? Okay, so this is not possible to change completely. Okay.
Okay.
Type. Then we have move to a new home. Is it possible?
Yes.
Yes, possible.
If you have money.
Of course.
Yes.
Oh,
Yes.
Can we go back to school?
No.
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 If we were teachers.
Yes.
Yes.
Can you find a better job?
Yes.
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 With
Okay.
skills.
Can you improve your personality?
Yes.
Yes.
Yes. Of course.
Yes. Can you enjoy life more?
Yes, with money.
Yes, we can.
Like,
Or
even if you
without.
don't have money, you can enjoy life.
صحيح. Of course. Yes.
If you don't have money, even you can enjoy your life. Okay. Can you become healthier?
Yes.
Yes.
Of course. Okay.
Yes.
Can you make new friends?
Yes.
Yes.
Okay. So these are maybe the common wishes that we may have. Some of them are impossible and some of them are possible. The idea is that if you are able to change yourself, to take the risk to change yourself, or to take the step to try to change yourself, okay? So let's listen about people, what they wish, and if they can do it or not.
Page 19. Exercise 8. Conversation. Making changes. Part A. Listen and practice.
So, are you still living with your parents, Terry?
I'm afraid so. I wish I had my own apartment.
Why? Don't you like living at home?
It's okay, but my parents are always asking me to be home before midnight. I wish they'd stop worrying about me.
Yeah, parents are like that.
And they expect me to help around the house. I hate housework. I wish life weren't so difficult.
So, why don't you move out?
Hey, I wish I could, but where else can I get free room and board?
Okay. Does he like his life?
No.
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 No, he doesn't.
Okay, it seems that he doesn't enjoy it because his parents are controlling him. All the time, they ask him to come home before midnight, and he doesn't like this. So he wants to move away. He said that, I wish life weren't so difficult because his parents ask him to help them around the house, and he hates housework. So he said, I hate housework. I wish life weren't so difficult. So for him, life is difficult because he lives with his parents who wanted him to go home before midnight and to help them in the housework. Is it too much? Is it too difficult?
No.
No يا دكتور.
No.
But even that, he doesn't like his life. Okay? And then Brian asked him, why don't you move out? Yani it means that move to another home. Leave your house and go to another home you live alone. He said, hey, I wish I could. But where else can I get free room and board? Free room, yani it means he has his own bedroom to stay in. And board, yani it means he has food and service. His mother cleans the house for him, and his mother does the meals for him, and his father pay for the meals. Yeah, but that's what we call board. When you go to the hotel and you have full board or half board, so it is full board, and it means with breakfast and dinner. If it is half board, then it means with the breakfast only. Okay?
Okay.
So he said that, but where else can I get free room? So it means that he can go out, he can move to another house, or he can't.
He can't.
You can.
Okay. And he said, I wish I could. And it means, is it possible for him? No, it is impossible. Okay? Yeah, but it is impossible to move to another home. Now we rest to the rest, and then we're going to know what is going to happen. I'll listen to the rest of the conversation. What changes would Brian like to make in his life? Okay? Brian, this one. This one. Okay? So what does he want?
19. Exercise 8. Part B. Listen to the rest of the conversation. What changes would Brian like to make in his life?
Yeah, it's sometimes pretty hard to pay the rent. I'm thinking about changing jobs.
What kind of job would you like to look for?
I'm not sure, but I wish I worked somewhere else. I'm sick of this place. I need to live somewhere more exciting.
I know what you mean. Hey, maybe we could move to another city. We could even be roommates.
Yeah, maybe.
Okay, what does he want to do?
Change his job.
Change his job.
Change his job. Okay, is it possible for him or not?
I can't listen
you do that?
well, يا دكتور.
Yeah, it's sometimes pretty hard to pay the rent. I'm thinking about changing jobs.
What kind of job would you like to look for?
I'm not sure, but I wish I worked somewhere else. I'm sick of this place. I need to live somewhere more exciting.
I know what you mean. Hey, maybe we could move to another city. We could even be roommates.
Yeah, maybe.
Okay, but he wants to change his job. He wants to find another job in order to live in a nice city, more interesting city, because he is sick of this city and he feels bored about this city where he lives. And then he suggests that, Terry suggests that to be a roommate. Yani they can move to another city together and they can live in one house, in one apartment, and they can be roommate. Yani they live together in one room, okay? Or in one house. Do you think that he likes it?
No.
Brian likes it?
No. No.
No, from his voice, from his reaction, we know that he doesn't like it.
Yes.
Right. The problem is that we're gonna talk about wishes, and this is the grammar part. Let's listen to it in order to discuss.
Page 20. Exercise 9. Grammar focus. Wish. Use wish plus past tense to refer to present wishes.
I live with my parents. I wish I didn't live with my parents. I wish I had my own apartment.
Life is difficult. I wish it were easier. I wish it weren't so difficult.
I can't move out. I wish I could move out.
My parents won't stop worrying about me. I wish they would stop worrying about me.
Okay, from this example, you notice that in the wishes that they expressed here, the wishes expressed here are In the present ولا in the past?
In the past.
I'm not talking about the structure of the sentence. I'm talking about the wish itself. بيقول I can't move out. يبقى this is the present.
Present.
لما يقول I wish I could move out. This wish is in the present ولا in the past?
In present.
Present.
This is my wish now. صح كده؟
Yes.
لما يقول I live with my parents يبقى this is the present state. I live with my parents. يبقى this is what happens. This is the reality. Okay? And I wish something different. When I wish something different because of the real situation today, ولا a situation happened in the past?
In the past.
Actually, no. A real situation now, a present wish. But this present wish is not possible to happen. That's why we use the past tense. تاني again. The situation Lena, we talk about it here. I live with my parents. The present ولا past?
Present.
Present.
I want to change this present. Okay? I wanted to change this present. So my wish to change this present is a present wish. صح?
Yes.
Yes.
But because it is impossible to happen, I use the sentence or the structure in the past.
Yes, يا دكتور. Yes.
I wish I didn't live with my parents. Okay?
Yes.
But the reality is now I live with my parents. This is what happens today. I want to change what happens today. يبقى I wish something different from today. يبقى my wish is present. Okay? But because I can't do it, I can't move it, or I can't change it, I put the sentence in the next to it. The wish itself is in the past something. Okay? When I say, I wish I didn't live with my parents, does it mean that I didn't live with my parents in the past?
No.
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 The idea is that I hope that I will not live with my parents in the present and in the future.
Yes.
Okay? يبقى in order to say a present wish, يعني it means that this is what I want to do in the present. This is a hope in the present. يبقى we call it a present wish. But to say that it is impossible to change or it is hard to do it, I put the whole structure in the past. Past simple, okay? You note that in the first part of the sentence is I wish. هي wish هنا it is a verb. والverb ده in the present ولا in the past? In the present. The next sentence اللي هي الwish itself is in the past. Okay? يبقى I didn't live. I wish I had my own apartment. Does it mean that I have my own apartment now?
No.
No. Okay? This is what I want. I want to have my own apartment. Does it mean that I have it now? No.
No.
Does it mean that I have money to buy an apartment now? No.
No.
Does it mean that I had an apartment in the past and I sold it now? No.
No.
Okay?
Okay.
هنا بيقول I can't move out. This is the situation now. This is the present time. I can't move out. Okay? يبقى this is the reality.
Yes.
When I say I wish I could move out, يبقى it means that a present wish that I can't do. صح؟
Yes.
You got it?
Yes.
Yes.
لما يقول life is difficult, يبقى this is the situation now. Okay? يبقى life is difficult. دي كل السنتنس على لساننا nowadays. Okay? إن life is difficult.
Yes.
I wish it were easier. I wish it weren't so difficult. I wish the sentence in the present. I the subject we wish is a verb in the present. طب can we say مثلا Hani wishes? Can we say they wish? Yes. Can we say Amal wishes? Yes. Amal wishes it weren't so difficult. Hani wishes it weren't easier. It were easier. Okay? I wish it were easier. يبقى this is the present wish for me now. But because it can't happen or it is impossible and it can't change, I put the wish itself in هي life is easier لكن I put it in the past. هي life was easier in the past and now it is difficult for me. لا, I see that in the life is difficult. Okay? And remember here we said it were. هي it uses were in the past ولا was?
Was.
يبقى when I use this form of the verb to say that it doesn't happen or it can't happen.
Impossible.
Okay?
Okay.
And then I wish it weren't so difficult. My parents want to stop worrying about me. If you are parents or you know that your parents in the past, they are worrying about you even if you are married and they have babies. These are the parents. Okay? The parents always worry about their children, even that their children are graduated and they married and they have families, but they still worry. These are parents like that. So my wish now, my parents want to stop worrying about me, the situation. This is the real situation. No, they are worrying about me. They stop worrying, they can do that. طب I wish they would stop worrying about me. يبقى it means that this is my wish, like in the which is impossible, I can't change it. يبقى ال wish that I have, it is wish in the past ولا in the present? What I want to change. I want to change in the past ولا in the present?
The present.
In the present. طيب can it change?
No.
No. Is it possible to happen?
No.
That's why I use the structure of the sentence in the past simple. Okay?
Okay.
Remember this part, افتكر ده الجزء ده كويس عشان لما ناخد الرول بتاعت if. Okay? يبقى الوش itself، الوش نفسها هي present wish. دي أمنيتي دلوقتي. Okay? If I can't do it أو it's impossible to do it، هحط الوش السنتنس اللي أنا عايزة أقولها بقى، لكن I put it in the past. فاهمين ولا إيه؟
Yes, doctor.
جميل.
If
Now
impossible يا دكتور.
مش هتبقى وش.
We don't use wish.
لا مش هتبقى طبعا.
Okay.
Because we wish something we can't do.
Oh, yes, okay.
مش كده برضو؟ حتى في العربي كده احنا بنتمنى حاجة ما بنعرفش نعمل.
Yes.
Okay.
Okay.
يلا let's do بقى some of the wishes from 1 to 6. Number 1 بيقول Diane can't wear contact lenses. مش can't wear، مش هتلبس هي contact، مش عارفة تلبس contact lenses. Okay. يبقى دي أمنيتها. يبقى in this case هقول ايه؟ She wishes she could wear contact lenses. يبقى can't ده I changed into could. She wishes she could wear contact lenses. Okay. ما نشوف بقى Beth's class is so boring.
He wishes
Wish Beth's class were interesting.
طب لو سمحتوا بقى عايزة الكلام ده written عشان يتسجل واشوف الانسر شكلها ايه في الاستراكشر. اتفضلوا. يتكتب على الشات. احط اي ليه؟ مش انا اللي بتمنى يا عايدة. مش أنا، دي بث، البنوتة هي اللي بتتمنى. أنا مالي ومال الكلاس بتاعها.
ده أنا حسيت ده اسم الفصل. ماشي، أسفة.
She wishes her class wasn't so boring. في حاجة missing هنا، في حاجة غلط، أو مش دقيقة قوي، في حاجة مش not accurate، اللي هي تبقى إيه؟
weren't.
weren't. Okay. يبقى she wishes يعني Beth wishes her class weren't so boring, or we can say she wishes her class were interesting. كده صح. wishes. Beth wishes. Miss Beth دي girl، هنحط AS. She wishes her class were interesting. Okay. يلا number 3. My parents can't afford a new car. Afford يعني it means they can pay for. You can't pay for the new car. My parents can't afford a new car. يبقى أنا اللي هتمنى أكيد، يبقى هقول I wish إيه بقى؟
I wish I could buy a car.
I wish my parents could.
مش إحنا اتفقنا هنكتب؟
حاضر.
لا إحنا كده I'm waiting for a long time. إيه what's happening? What's wrong?
يا دكتور أنا I write slowly بصراحة.
And we are writing with the chat box. فين the rest of the people? Okay. Very good. Michael قال I wish my parents could buy a car, could afford a car. I wish my parents afford. لا afford بس just only no. يبقى I wish my parents could afford, because we have in a can't the modal verb. يبقى we use the same modal verb in the past. Okay. الجندي يبقى I wish my parents could afford a new car. أحمد بيقول I wish my parents could afford a new car. That's right. Okay. يبقى this is the answer. Number 4. Dan can't fit into his old jeans. I wish my parents could afford a new car. يلا next one. ماشي. يلا number 4. Dan can't fit into his old jeans. This is Dan بقى Dan's wish. So we are going to say
he يا
he wishes he could fit into his old jeans. Okay. Dan wishes he could fit into his old jeans. Okay. يبقى Dan wishes he could fit into his old jeans. That's right. Number 5. I can't remember my pen number. I can't. This is an I. You know, Dan wishes. Then this is boy. He could fit. Okay. Dan wishes he could fit into his old jeans. Okay,
I
Michael.
wish I could remember my PIN number.
Okay, Aida. I wish I could remember my pen number. Okay. فين الباقي؟ I wish I could remember my pen number. جميل. Okay. Number 6. Laura doesn't have any free time. Laura wishes she had free time. She wishes she could have the free time. Could have, يعني it means verb can. We have here يا هبة, we don't have verb have. Verb can. هي doesn't have. Okay? يبقى she wishes she had a free time. Laura wishes she had free time. Okay? She wishes she had free time. Okay, but this is what we need. Okay. يبقى Laura wishes she had any free time. Okay, or she had free time. Right. Or we can some free time. That's good. يبقى this is how we make the wishes. Okay. كده يبقى this is to conclude. We say that Laura wishes she had some free time. تمام. Okay, thank you. That's nice. This is enough for today. And we are going to meet next time, inshallah, on Tuesday. She wishes she had free time. Okay, يا صلاح. Nice. طيب, يبقى this is enough for today, and we are going to meet next time with the reading. You may prepare the reading for next time, inshallah. Okay? يبقى you said the homework like this. Prepare the reading, اللي هو page 21. Read it and answer the questions next time. يلا, see you next time. Good night.
Good night, doctor.